so much for watching. Welcome to another episode. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this really nice, sophisticated, clean, and simple look as I go out to purchase my first house, which is super exciting. So keep watching and I hope you enjoy. I wanted to mention my tea of today in my wonderful His Better Half mug. What I'm drinking right now is Tetley's Bellini tea. It's this really nice actual pink color. It's really delicious. It's got peach and mango, and it's really refreshing. Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Today I'm going to be showing you something really exciting. It's going to be my makeup look for when I go out to purchase my first house. So I want it to be something clean and sophisticated and really make me look grown up and like I know what I'm doing when I might not. So some of these steps that I've already started is I've already done my nighttime routine, which includes the It's Potent Benefit Eye Cream. It's meant to lighten dark circles under the eyes, so I put that on at night so it can sink in and sort of start to work its magic. And I've already washed my face, cleaned it off with the makeup, and then this morning I've done my whole BB kind of foundation routine, and I already did that whole process in my first episode, so I will link that down below so you can take a look at that. So that one's already done. So now it's time to move on to the actual look, and let's get started. So one of the things that I think is really important when you're meeting somebody for the first time is that handshake. It shows that you are confident and that you believe in what you're saying. So one of the big things that I like to do is have really well moisturized hands. So the two that I'm using right now are the Aveno Skin Relief Moisturizing Lotion. This one is with cooling menthol. It smells a little bit minty, but it kind of has that tingling sensation. And it's actually interesting how I found this. I actually went for an allergy test on my arm, and if you've ever been for one, they always make sure they put like a positive control to make sure that you're not on any histamine, something that would like give you a false negative. Anyway, so they test that. It was so itchy, and you're sitting there with your arm out for like 3 minutes waiting for this stuff to react, and your arm is so itchy. And then they put this on over top when it was all done, and it felt so much better. So I bought this because I do have fairly itchy skin, and sometimes I'll have like crazy allergic reactions to like nothing at all, like clothing, and no one can really understand why. So I like to put this on. And then the other one, this one is a much more expensive item. I think that this one runs me about $6 at Target. This one is like $25. It's really expensive, but it's from LUSH. It's their Sympathy for the skin. It smells like bananas and vanilla. Not anything special to look at. It says fresh bananas, sandalwood, and cocoa butter on the skin. What could be more luxurious? So it's a hand and body lotion. It is not greasy, but it does take a while to sort of sink in. So I like to put this on at night so that it can work its magic while I sleep. Right, so now that my face base is done, I'm gonna work on the eye makeup and the sort of cheeks and everything else. So all I've done is put on my BB cream, nothing else. So the next thing that I'm going to do is, of course, my favorite step, which is concealer. So I'm still using the MAC Select Coverup in NW15. So with nice, clean hands, I'm going to put that on underneath my eyes. And I'm also going to prime my eyelid just to make it all one color. So what that does is it sort of masks any veins or broken capillaries that are on your eyelids, makes it all look like one color so that when you're putting your makeup on, it all looks nice and consistent. So now that I have my concealer on and it's at a level that I like, I'm going to set my whole face before I put on any blush. And once again, I'm going to use the John Donato Mineral Powder Foundation. So this adds a little bit of coverage, which is nice, but not necessarily what I'm going for. And this is in the color Blonde, so the lightest shade that they make. And underneath my eyes, I'm going to use the little sponge that comes with it. And around my nose. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to use a base brush. This is the Made You Look by Lex. I think it's just called their large powder brush. I'm not exactly sure. They don't have names or numbers or anything like that. So I just want to sweep this all over So this is doing two things. This is adding a little bit of coverage and also making it so that whether you're using a BB cream or a foundation, that it's not going to rub off as easily. So if you go and hug somebody, it's not gonna like rub off on their shirt. All right, my next step is blush, and this time I have a slightly different color. This one is a Frost blush, also by MAC, and this is called Style. It's this really nice corally color that sort of has a little bit of a gold undertone to it, but it's very, very sheer. So it's nice and buildable, so you're not worried about like overdoing it. So I'm gonna take that, sweep that onto my cheeks. This gives me a really nice summertime glow. So I don't really like to use it in the winter, and it is February, but I really like this color and I wanted to go with it this time. All right, next up is contouring. So I'm gonna switch up my contouring because I feel like the Hoola is just a little bit too dark. So this is the Benefit Hoola that I've been using. So this is the color. And then this is the MAC Mineralize Natural Skin Finish in medium dark. So you can see that this one is a lot lighter, but because I'm so pale, I don't want to go too dark on the contouring or else it looks like I'm trying to contour too much. So I'll give this a try. You also want to take it just along the jawbone to give you that illusion, well, if you're like me, the illusion of a shadow. I'm also going to run this sort of next to my temples in this sort of 3E shape, that's what they call it. What that does, it gives your temples a little bit of warmth and it still carries that shadow down underneath your chin. All right, next up for me, I'm going to do eyebrows. So once again, I'm going to use my Lancome, I got that wrong last time, my Lancome Guestlist color with a nice stiff angled brush. So now that I've done that, I'm just going to sort of even it out and make it look less bold with a little spool brush. Normally I would set it with like hairspray, but today I kind of want to go a little bit more natural, so I'm just going to leave it. All right, so the next step is an anti-shine powder, and I'm using the POREfessional by Benefit. I just got this and I'm trying it out. So it's really meant as a setting powder, decrease shine, makes your makeup last longer. I don't have really oily skin, so I'm just trying it out to see how it goes. So you put it into the lid and then you swirl it in. I'm just gonna put this on my forehead, my nose, sort of right on top of my cheeks, and my chin. Those are really the only places that I would get oily throughout the day. But a lot of people have raved about this product and said that it's the perfect finishing powder and it really gives a matte look, makes their pores disappear all day. So for me, it's just still in the trial process, but other people have really, really enjoyed it. All right, so the last step is eyes. So I'm gonna use my Scandaleyes Rimmel No. 5 Nude pencil on my inner waterline. What that's going to do is sort of try to counteract any sort of redness. You could also use white, and it really helps your eyes look more awake and whiter and brighter and like you've gotten enough sleep and you weren't up all night being really super excited. So in terms of eye color, I'm actually going to change it up. Instead of using powder, I'm going to use all creams. So what I'm going to start with is the Maybeline Color Tattoo by Eye Studio, and this is in Bad to the Bronze. And these are really popular, but they're also not that expensive. I think this one, maybe at full price, is about $10. That's Canadian at Shoppers Drug Mart, and they last forever. And the nice part about it is you can build, you can blend, and they're really, really simple to use. You don't have to have special brushes, and they're also, you can use them on the go, you can blend them together. It's really quite nice. So I'm going to start with Bad to the Bronze. And you just want to get like a little bit on your finger, and I'm going to start this on the outer corner of my lid. Okay, so now that I'm done with the dark brown color on the outside, I'm gonna move into the middle color, which is actually a gel eyeliner, and this is from BH Cosmetics. It's the Rose Gold Gel Eyeliner. I know you're thinking gel eyeliner should be an eyeliner, but it's actually a really nice cream eyeshadow. So I like to put that right on the center. It is fairly pigmented, so just a little bit. But it's gonna connect our inner and outer corner colors. The inner color that I'm going to be using is from MAC. It's their Bare Study Paintpot. So it's this really nice sort of champagne-y kind of color. So I'm just going to take that on my finger and brush it on. Now if you're someone who always uses powder eyeshadow, getting used to the gel or cream eyeshadow can be a little bit of an adjustment. So what I recommend is playing around with them on the weekends or when you don't have anywhere super important to go, and just seeing how you like them on your eye, seeing how they work. And there are tons and tons and tons of different colors. The Maybelline Color Tattoo I know comes in like blue and green and white and black and ridiculous numbers of colors. This is my favorite. I also have Bad Pomegranate or Pomegranate Fever or something. I don't know. I'll link the color below. But it's a really nice plum kind of color. And you can even, if you're working really quickly, you can use it as a blush. But if you leave it, it gets streaky and clumpy. But I have used it as a blush in a pinch. Alright, so last up is going to be eyeliner. Now normally I would use a pencil eyeliner, but I want to look a little bit more sleek today. So I'm going to use liquid eyeliner, and this is Maybelline's Master Duo. And the reason that it's called Master Duo is because it has a tip that can either be wide or thin. So you get your choice of whether you want it to be a really thick line or whether you want it to be a really thin line. I'm going to use the sort of sideways method to make it really thin, and then I can build on it because I'm not the best with liquid eyeliner. So I'm starting at the outer corner, working my way in. I don't want a cat eye or a winged line or anything like that. I just want to keep it nice and simple. So I don't want to bring it all the way into the inner corner of my eye, so I couldn't talk while I was doing that because I didn't want to get it crooked. So brought it into the corner of my eye really, really thin, and then allowed it to get wider as I get to the outside corner of my eye. Last step is going to be eyelashes. So I'm going to curl my lashes. And then I'm going to apply mascara. The mascara I'm going to use this time is from Benefit. It's the They're Real mascara. It has a really interesting wand. Very uniform, and at the very end there's like a ball, which really allows you to get into those really specific lashes. Awesome. So in terms of our face, we're all done. Now it's time to move on to this mop up here. So what I've done with my hair is I brush it out, I let it air dry, and that was a couple of days ago because dirty hair is always easier to style. So I've brushed through it just to make sure that there are no tangles in it. And I've let my straightener heat up while I was doing my makeup. Hair stuck to it. So I don't actually know what brand this is. This is actually my sister-in-law's straightener, so So while my hair is down and I haven't clipped it back or anything, I'm going to spray my whole head with a heat protectant. Not my whole head. All of my hair with a heat protectant. So this is the Tresemme Thermal Creations heat taming spray. So it has this really nice trigger on it. Just gonna spray it all over my hair. And what that's going to do is protect your hair from the extreme heat that your straightener is going to apply. I also do this before I blow dry my hair and also before I curl it. So I'm going to take about from my temples backwards all the way along my hair and bring it up to the top of my head and then just clip it. And then from the bottom, I'm just going to straighten. So I already have pretty straight hair. When I let it dry naturally, it has a nice wave to it, but it is quite frizzy, especially in the winter and the summer, probably the spring when it's humid or dry. I just have frizzy hair. So giving it a little bit of a curl in at the bottom. So now that my bottom layer is done, I'm going to do my top layer. So unlike curling, I don't have to worry about making my part perfect before I start using the heat. But I am going to brush through it. And then just continue to straighten. Alright, so now that my whole head is nice and flat ironed, my last step is I take hair just from the very crown of my head and I flat iron that almost straight up. And I find that just gives me a really nice sort of coverage to the back of my head. I don't have like a crease down the middle where I've split it into two sides. Alright, time for one last brush through. So in terms of lip color, I'm not a big person for lip color because I'm notorious for getting it all over my teeth. But what I'm using right now is from Aquafina, and it's actually a really nice lip balm. It's refreshing and moisturizing, and I actually really like it. Alright, last step is for accessories. So the first thing I'm going to do is put on a necklace. This one I actually got as a Christmas present from one of my friends. It's this adorable owl. It's one of those long dangly necklaces that I think looks cute but still sophisticated. I'm also going to put some earrings in, which I almost never do. So put these cute pearl earrings in, they're little drop pearls. My last step is a watch. I'm a big notorious watch wearer, not for any sort of fashion, but just so that I absolutely know the time. So this one is actually from Roots. It is a digital watch, like a sports watch, but it looks fairly professional. And that's it, I'm done. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button and the like button if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.